investigation. All we have is the felony complaint at this point. We don't have police reports, anything of that nature. So the public defender's office is appointed to represent people who cannot afford private counsel. Initially, we received word that one or both would have private counsel. It appears that neither have private counsel. We cannot represent both. So for today, we simply continue the arraignment. The arraignment is reset for next Thursday, September 4th. At that point, hopefully we'll have a police report, run a conflict check, and we'll decide to keep one, and then we'll conflict on the other.
So what happens then? Why can't you represent both? And if so, then what happens to the other person who also needs counsel?
So in this county, there's something called the conflict panel. So it's private attorneys who are contracted with the county of Riverside. We cannot represent somebody with the public defender's office who declare a conflict, and a conflict attorney who is a private attorney that has a contract with the county represents the other individual.
Mr. Cardgrove, is it your understanding that Jake and Rebecca, is it their intention to hire a private attorney? Have they communicated that to you at all?
They have not. Please don't assume that they told me anything. It just appears from the fact that there was nobody here today. I had heard on the news that there was other attorneys that kind of popped up. And it's my understanding, just word of mouth, that there is no private counsel.
So just to make sure, so the public defender's office can't represent both of them, so you can't represent Jake, and another person from the public defender's office can't represent Rebecca?
You cannot keep.
So one of them will have to get a...
And you're not a chance to speak with these I know you can't talk about this on your conversation, but what is that mean?
Well, from what I can say, I did not have any significant conversations with either Jake or Rebecca. I simply went over the procedures, told them what we needed to do, given the circumstances. So, like I said, we'll keep one, either Jake or Rebecca in my office. It may not be me. I'm the supervisor of the unit, so I will probably appoint somebody else. It could be me, we'll see. And then there'll be a meaningful conversation with whoever we keep. And then, of course, the other person will get appointed counsel. So those conversations will happen pretty quickly, but not today.
Is it usual for the complaint is with them together? So is it usual to split them apart to give them different attorneys, or because I would assume they would have had the same attorney for one case judged by the DA's complaint, but you're saying that's not the case?
No, if there's a factual situation calls for one or more individuals than one to be charged with a crime, then they'll all be on the same criminal complaint. It's just they will all have different attorneys.
Have you consulted on the $1 million bail? If so,
The bail is set by schedule. So for now, because count one is the charge of murder, the schedule, which is a predetermined amount, is set at $1 million.
How did they seem to you? Did you talk to them together or separately?
I can't really get into that. You saw them as well as I did in the court. So hopefully that satisfies a little bit of what you need to know. I have another matter.
What were the other bail amounts for? What case? The 10,000 and the 35,000?
There's trailing cases out of the Manning court, minor matters, and Mr. Haro had. So those simply continued behind the murder case, and then we exonerated the bail bond.
Because he was on probation.
To tell you the truth, I don't know all the details about that, but exonerate the bail bond, meaning that he's not on bail in this
Do
case.
you expect him to show up for the felony possession of a firearm carrying on
So that's information I don't know. I'll have to dig in, depending upon which individual we keep, right? But for now, the main case, the controlling case, is the case you're here on, and that's reset here in Riverside. All other cases will be on the same calendar here. Should be. I don't. I can't speculate on that.
What
Okay.
happens going to who you keep and who you don't, and how did you explain these circumstances to them?
So the law of conflicts is complicated. We'll have to figure out which case we'll keep. Depends if we've represented somebody in the past, for instance. So we'll go ahead and make that determination maybe today. We'll be ready next week.
Has there been a confession that led to the
know nothing about the case. Again, we don't have any police reports on the defense side. All we have is a felony complaint. Okay?
Right.
I got another matter on the fifth floor.
Thank you.